been up this week fishing on Rainy Lake, typical Canadian Shield Lake. A lot of what you fish on a Canadian Shield Lake is rock. The whole thing is basically rock. There's weeds, but there's a lot of rock fishing. So to differentiate some of that rock, a lot of times you're looking for bigger boulders, harder returns on the bottom. Sometimes it's just rock on sand, sometimes it's bigger rock on rock flat. 360 imaging from Humminbird is invaluable for showing you those things. In the default settings, it's great. It'll show you all kinds of things. But what you can do if you want to crank up your sensitivity, you're going to change color palettes. There's umpteen color palettes in a Humminbird Helix. The default one is this orange, and it works great in a lot of scenarios. But if you drop down to color palette 4, actually a brown color palette, it kind of tones down the highlights. What this allows you to do is crank up your sensitivity a little bit, so the rock will really pop at you without blowing out your image. So you'll get all that detail and more without your screen getting white on it. So I can run a higher sensitivity now than I normally would, and these isolated boulders are jumping out at me, and the whole shoreline isn't just becoming a blown out white. So this color palette is ideal for that. There's just a couple ways where you can tailor these units to the exact body of water that you're fishing. I promise you, if there's a certain way that you like to fish, there's a setting inside these units that will benefit you. I'm Scott Walsh, and that's your Midwest Outdoors product tip.
Just about every knot or everything that I put on a fishing line, I tie a loop knot. Whether if it's a weight, a hook, whatever, because it's the strongest knot. So what you do is you pull plenty of line through here. Mr. Crappie line's cheap, so you can just wrap it around your 2 fingers like this, and you make a loop, see? You keep your hands down, and you just, if it's on the end of the line, you can just drop it through there one time. Then grab the loop next to the eyelet and hold tight right here where the eyelet is on the hook, and then pull both lines. And it makes a loop knot where your lure always sets up correctly. I'm Wally Marshall, Mr. Crappie, and this is Midwest Outdoors Tip of the Week.